Dobre subreddit. Mother-in-law painted my house without my permission, but got my husband's permission? Am I overreacting? I, 27 female, am 38 weeks pregnant and have been having labor symptoms since I was 35 weeks. My husband, 29 male, has been supportive, but thinks because his mother is a physical therapist, she knows more than I do about my own pregnancy. Physical therapist is not an OB. Just gonna say that. Now, this isn't the issue, as you can see by the title. I do feel it is very relevant though. So at 35 weeks pregnant, I threw my son, 6-year-old, a birthday party at the park. He had some friends from school show up, and of course, my husband's family. My husband and his family all sat at the opposite end of the area where we were setting up his party, while his friends and their parents were at the party end. I ended up being the only one to host and help kids around, including getting up and down from the ground. The only people to take part in any of the baked goods I spent hours the day before baking were the other parents and kids. I just brushed this under the rug because, one, they tend to buy all the baked goods they eat, and two, they aren't comfortable around people they don't know. However, due to the heat and me not being able to drink anything for 3 hours that the party lasted, I started having contractions. This all happened on a Saturday. At my appointment that Monday, I was dilated to a 1. And my response as I am high risk and have a chronic illness was to go to bed rest because I didn't want our baby to come too early. However, because my husband's mother decided she should have input, she told him I need to get up and keep my blood circulating. I, of course, was upset with her saying this. Why? Because Sunday, she came over and completely repainted my son's entire room, which I had spent 3 days painting his favorite color at 32 weeks. Okay, so 6 weeks ago, you painted your 6-year-old son's room. And then she shows up and repaints it? I knew she wanted to come and put some Minecraft stuff in his room. However, I didn't know she was going to repaint his room. And the whole time she was here, I was sitting on my couch resting due to being in pain and being tired. So for her to say that to my husband the next day after my doctor's appointment, you can see why I got upset. But I let it go because my problem was no one told me she would be repainting my son's room. When I tried to bring it up, I wasn't okay with that. My husband called me selfish because she was doing it for our son. Yet his room is now mostly just white with like 5 brown and green squares randomly placed on the wall. Not any of his favorite colors. We ended up arguing over it, and I gave up trying to get him to understand my issue with it. She ended up coming over 2 more times to finish his room. And the second time, she made me get up to help her put a rug under his bunk bed. You're high risk and almost at the end of your pregnancy, and she's trying to help you lift a bunk bed? Or she's trying to make you lift a bunk bed? Upset with this as well, I decided to try and talk to my husband about how his mother was treating me and my pregnancy. Again, I was being a bitch, and she knew more than me because she has a medical license, even though she is literally just a door-to-door physical therapist. So again, I gave up and just decided to do what I thought was best and ignore any comments made about it. My next doctor's appointment, and the way I have been progressing, my husband quickly dropped what his mother said and has started telling me to sit down every time I try to get up to do anything. This, of course, made me happy because he realized his mother was wrong about me needing to be up and moving. However, she had asked a while back if she could make some decorations for the baby's room. I had said yes at the time because it was literally just some pictures and maybe a shelf or 2. And they were with my theme. However, again, without my permission, she went to my husband. She came over a few days ago and started painting my baby room. I had picked a warm cream color for the baby room and really liked it and did the painting myself. Now my baby room is light gray with a black accent wall. It does not have that warm welcome glow I wanted and just feels like it gives a cold vibe. She also has decided to get green velvet curtains for the baby room because it's too hot in here for that. I spend most of the day in there setting up and putting things away due to nesting, and it's not hot in there. Only time it ever gets remotely warmer in there is when the sun is shining right into the window, which is from about 1 to 2 p.m. And let's be real, my second son is going to be born in October, this very month. So it's not going to be a problem at all because it's literally fall and winter time. So now I'm sitting on my couch with my 6 year old holding back tears because not only has my son's room completely changed without my permission, but now so has my baby room been completely changed without my permission. I should mention I did not get to paint my 6 year old baby's room because we had just moved into the house and a week later I had him. So the fact I was actually able to set up my second baby's room this time around, I was very excited. And now it's not what I envisioned at all. I want to cry so bad and have my husband buy the original paint color and repaint it all. But I know he'll say I'm overreacting and that they did so much for us and I should be thankful. She's even planning to make pre made meals for us for when the baby gets here. That I am thankful about. But my question is, am I overreacting to my mother in law repainting both of my children's rooms without my permission?